What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the TCG Empire YouTube channel. Today we're going to take a look at a sort of Christmas themed deck. I was really thinking about what I wanted to do, and I decided to go with this Chien-Pao list that placed in the top 128 at San Antonio by Jared Grimes. This is a Chien-Pao list, and it's got some really unique, well, it has a unique card in it that kind of fits the Christmas theme. So, as you guys know, Chien-Pao EX Shivery Chill. Once during your turn, you can search your deck for 2 water energies and put them into your hand. And then Hail Blade, you discard any amount of water energy from your Pokemon, and it does 60 damage for each card you discarded this way. This card is very strong as you need I don't want to say very little energy, but you need 5 energy to hit 300, which KOs a lot of the format. And then for the extra cards, you have things like Charizard and stuff. You have the ability to hit 360 for 6 energy, and being paired with cards like Earthen Vessel, which is right here, you have the ability to search out energies, and then when you discard the energies, you have superior energy retrieval to get them back. And being paired with all of this is Baxcalibur. Baxcalibur is the old Blastoise of the format. You have Super Cold. As often as you like during your turn, you can attach a basic water energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon, so it helps synergize. And the reason why I said Chien-Pao is a really strong attacker is because as it's allowed to search out 2 waters, superior energy retrieval can get you back 4, which means that you have 6 to work with, so you can hit 360 damage if you need to, and anything in between. So the inherent effect of being able to search out energy consistently works very well. And we also have Barrel for the draw consistency, just for those late game Ionos. We are playing Irida, which allows you to search for a water Pokemon and an item, so it's a 1-card combo in order to set up Baxcalibur, and it works very well. Now, the new card that I wanted to showcase that Jared ran in his list is Iron Bundle. It's actually a very unique card with Hyper Blower. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is on the bench, you may switch out your opponent's active Pokemon to the bench, and then you discard the Iron Bundle. It's really strong, especially against things like Snorlax. If they only have 1 Snorlax in play and you need to retreat, you can Hyper Blower, push the Snorlax to the active, and then, or to the bench from the active, and then you have the ability to retreat. It can bring up some pivot options, so that way your opponent kind of brings up a 2-prizer that's on the bench if they're trying to wall with a 1-prizer to buy a turn. And it also has the refrigerated stream. I had a blonde moment for a second. But it does 80 damage, and if the defending Pokemon is an evolution, it can't attack during your opponent's next turn. So while Chien-Pao does do well against Charizard at times, other times, they might just out-consistency you, and you can run into issues. But with the Iron Bundle, you're able to kind of put things like Gardevoir, as well as things like Charizard, in an awkward spot, because most lists don't play Escape Rope anymore, and they do play Boss, but most of the time, they'll use Counter Catcher, so they have to dig for a boss, which means they can't disrupt your hand, and it works out great. It means that they kind of have to deal with the wall in front of them, find a way to get rid of it, and it just overall is super solid. So being paired with this, we are running 1 Iron Hands. Iron Hands has been doing well in a lot of things that aren't Chien-Pao. It was supposed to be super solid in Chien-Pao, but unfortunately it's not doing as well as projected. So we are running 1 of the Lightning Energies in order to continue the setup. But other than that, everything is just streamlined Chien-Pao into big attacks. So, as always, the deck list will be posted right here, so you guys have a full, clean view of it. And in the description will also be the copied and pasted list, so you guys can put it into Pokemon Trading Card Game Live and try it for yourself. Now, I do want to say Merry Christmas to you guys if you do celebrate Christmas. I hope that you have enjoyed your day with family and friends. If it's just another day for you or you don't celebrate, that is perfectly fine too. I hope you have enjoyed your day. Me personally, I celebrate Christmas, and my family has just been enjoying the day. Let me know down in the comments what some of your favorite gifts were, if you got anything Pokemon related, or what you did, or if you just enjoyed the day, what your favorite part of relaxing was. I also want to say thank you guys so much for all of the love and support. We broke 1,000 subscribers before even the goal was surpassed, and you guys have been fantastic. I couldn't have asked for a better community, and I'm happy that I'm doing this and can bring you guys content. So, with that being said, I want to thank you guys for everything. If you guys could do me a favor, if you're brand new, smash the like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Otherwise, enjoy the gameplay, and we'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video. later. Alrighty, guys. So let's get into the very first game with Chien-Pao with this quote-unquote Christmas list. Figured you guys would have some fun with it. So we're playing against Miraidon, which I had a feeling because my opponent is letting us go first. So as long as we don't overbench, we should be okay. And it's gonna be, I don't want to say risky, but it's gonna be weird considering our start. So, but thankfully, if my opponent gets something down like a double Flaffy, we are good to go. I have to make sure that I don't overbench, because if I do bench 5, then Raikou can take a knockout. So the first thing we'll do is Shivery Chill, just so we can get some extra energies out of the discard, or out of the deck, and then we will Ultra Ball. This Ultra Ball is kind of tough. I'm gonna have to get rid of a barrel and a water in order to potentially see some more cards to hopefully try and set up better. I am gonna have to Radiant Greninja and then go into Pokestop. Hopefully I can hit a Battle VIP pass, so go here, go Battle VIP pass. No, we don't. We do hit Nest Ball, which I guess isn't too bad. It does give us the turn 2 backs, but it's going to be a little bit awkward from here. And my cats are messing with that. You guys see Mouses in the background, just having a ton of fun. But let me know down in the comments what you guys have, you know, enjoyed most about your day when you watch the video. Let me know what you guys got for Christmas, if you got anything cool, what you guys did for Christmas. Also, I know I said it in the intro, but I do want to thank you guys for the 1,000 subscribers. I think we're past that now. I'm pretty sure we're at like 1,013. You guys have been honestly killing it, doing amazing, and I appreciate you all endlessly. So, thankfully, if my opponent leaves this Squawk active, I can actually go into hands next turn, take a knockout for 3 prizes, and then potentially set up a Greninja to take a knockout on a Flaffy to put us at 2 left, and then it gives us the ability to set up more of how we need. I'm just gonna have to make sure that I sequence everything right, but having the Earthen Vessel definitely makes things a lot easier. So there's a generator coming down. Oh, this is going to be scary because my opponent has to find a way to retreat and hit off of generators. So there's 2 discarded, so my opponent just needs 1 energy and a way to retreat, and then they will be KOing this Chien-Pao. So it's going to be a little bit scary, but if they do leave this Squawk in the active, we are okay. So if we absolutely have to, I could potentially take 3 prizes off of going 90 on Squawk and 90 on Mareep. So my opponent gets rid of Beach Court, so that's great. They still have to find a way to retreat plus an energy, otherwise we're in a good spot. So I'm going to see how this goes. So my opponent just uses Motivate. I'm completely okay with this because now it gives me the chance to take 3 prizes, and then we can go into Greninja the following turn. Take a prize on Mareep, and then we have some more things to work with. So we'll go Rare Candy into the backs. We will Shivery Chill, get the energies, and let's make sure that the 1 lightning that we need is in the deck. And it is, so that works out perfectly. So, let's see. Earthen Vessel. We'll get rid of the Battle VIP pass. We can grab these 2 energy. And then bench Iron Hands. Then we have the energy to retreat, the attach return, and then the energy to accelerate. So we're looking really good. We're going to be able to take 3 prizes here, and then We have the superior for the response for the next turn, and then we just need to hit a superior for Chien-Pao. So come in here, go into the Iron Hands, and thankfully my opponent can't take a knockout with Photon Blaster. They're going to have to try and power up Raichu, and if they do that, I'm completely okay with this. So we'll bench the second Chien-Pao. The only awkward thing is that I don't have another Frigibax out, so I'm going to Pokestop here to potentially find a way to get some more in play, but it doesn't quite work out how we need to, so instead we're just going to go Ampy very much. My opponent KOs the Bax here. It's kind of scary, but then they also have to stare down an Iron Hands that they can't one-shot unless they use Raichu, so it's not the end of the world, but it's definitely something that's scary. I need to get another Frigibax down as soon as possible. So there's the Pokestop, and ooh, my opponent hits Escape Rope and Generator. So Escape Rope isn't too bad, it's not a boss. And they did get rid of Force Seal Stone, so I'm not opposed to that either. But next turn is going to be super important. I actually might be able to just checkmate my opponent in being able to set up a Chien-Pao to take a knockout with 3 on Greninja. That way if my opponent takes a knockout on the Greninja, we're still in a good spot. So my opponent Photon Blasts with Zapdos, which lets them take the knockout, which it's not fun, but not the end of the world either. But here we should be able to checkmate my opponent, especially with having superiors. So we'll go Hisuian Heavy Ball, take a look at what's in here. So nothing too bad. So I think what I'll do here is Pokestop, just so that way we can potentially set up a barrel. And we also get the counter catcher, which isn't bad. So let's see. Granted, for the fact that I need to Super Rod back the Bidoof, the barrel, and then we'll put a water back. And this means that we can Nest Ball, get out the Bidoof. And then we can Super Rod back in some of these energies, which means that we can use Shivery Chill. And then we also have access to Superior Energy Retrieval in order to set up even more. So we'll go Shivery Chill, get the 2. We're just trying to thin as much as possible because there's a lot that can happen if we get Ionode. So, let's see. We'll go Earthen Vessel, do the Battle VIP Pass. And then now we can set up Baxcalibur again, putting 2 energies. And then Superior Energy Retrieval. We can get rid of the Chien-Pao and then get rid of the Counter Catcher. Counter Catcher could be useful, so we'll get rid of the Lost Vacuum. And this will let us get back 4, which means that we can attach 1 to Chien-Pao and then the rest to Greninja. But I think I'm going to save 1. Just so that way I can guarantee have the ability to potentially draw off Greninja next turn. So you need 5, and then we can go 1, 2, and 3. And we have the Superior for next turn. We're going to be able to use Hailblade, deal 300 to take the knockout. 6 times 5 is 30, add a 0, 300. So we take 2. Now it's going to be a little bit awkward because if my opponent plays Iono, we're kind of iffy, but at the same time, if my opponent plays Iono, they can't play Turo. If they don't play Turo, Greninja comes up, and if they decide to just boss, we're still in a good spot. The only issue is that there are 8 waters technically in play, which means that we're not going to be able to KO if we have to swing with Chien-Pao. So my opponent's best play, okay, so there's a Peony. So my opponent's not going to be able to do too much. They could Counter Catcher, which definitely would be valid, but I don't think it's going to be too great for them. I know that I have 2 Superiors left. And I'm going to Ultra Ball next turn, so if Counter Catcher was live or if it was a boss, then we would just be able to hit 180 on Mew, but it's all good. It's not the end of the world. And my opponent actually makes a really smart play in using the Charm in order to set up the Marie. So good for them. So there's the restart. And because we have the Superior in hand and they leave this Radiant Greninja, it means that we're going to be able to just discard the energy off of the Greninja, so we have the game now. So definitely wasn't too terrible. Definitely was a little bit close, but we are able to get the game. So we can go Superior, get rid of the Counter Catcher and Rare Candy, which means that just grab back the 4 waters, go Baxcalibur, and my opponent concedes. So that was a pretty good game. I think it kind of, greatly showcased the aspects of Chien-Pao still doing its thing, and also showcasing why Iron Hands is good. But I just wanted to get a quick video out for you guys today, just since it was Christmas, and you guys have done a lot for me this year, and I'm very appreciative. So if you guys did enjoy today's video, do me a favor, smash the like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications. I hope everyone enjoyed their holidays, and if you don't celebrate Christmas, I hope that you enjoyed your day in general. And with that being said, guys, thank you for everything, and I will catch you in tomorrow's video. Later.